Hey everybody, welcome to the Infinite Regression. It's a higher plane of existence. You know, like an aeroplane, like that Wright brothers flew on. Do you know the Wright brothers, they got like 10 feet off the ground? You know what I'm saying? Like, they got 10 feet off the ground for like 50 feet or some business like that. Like, it wasn't that far. Like, their initial flight comparatively was not that impressive when compared with today. But also, like, okay, you know how our new Mars rover has its own Mars rover? It's got its own little helicopter, so it can fly a drone on Mars, which we did just this week. And there is a small piece of the Wright brothers plane included as part of that Mars rover. Like, it's not that much longer after the Wright brothers flew from then until, like, we're putting stuff on Mars with their stuff on it. Like, what? That sounds magical and insane. Anyway, yeah, we did it. Congratulations, us. Hooray, Earth Americans. Anyway, hey, let's do this. I had to start a new world cuz like all yeah, all of my ones from the old ones, like, they just, my old worlds cannot run properly. But I started this one, and it's got sheeps and birchen timbers. So I'm gonna take me some birchen timbers and go kill me some sheeps right off the bat, and then I'll be bedwise and ready to roll. This is a good world already because it's got things I like. Some wide open spaces. Don't fence me in. Anyway, and it's got sheepy sheeps, and it's got birchen timbers. You know, I used to hate the birchen timbers, but I've come to appreciate them for what they are. You know, there are forests near my home where there are birchen timbers, and they are beautiful. And then people go carving their dingus names into them, be like, My name is Bubba Joe Ray, and I love Carol Sue Bubba," and then him and Carol Sue Bubba break up because of course they do. It was failed from the start. Like, you two are a couple of dinguses for thinking you can make love work in this crazy world. No one, no one can make it work. Just kidding. That's not true. Anyway, regardless, uh, my my son is yelling loudly into his game, which is fun because he's not recording a video as far as I know. He just yells at his game. It's like, "Hey game, take that in your face." Anyway, oh, I don't need that stick first cuz this is crafting 101. We're going to learn how to craft. I swear to god, I've gotten used to the non-dragging from Grognar in Minecraft. Like, I've forgotten some of the good habits of Minecraftitude, and so yeah, it's gonna take me a while. But I figure, I might as well play whatever's recent. Just, you know, give myself a fighting chance to be awesome. And then when that cave update comes that everybody won't freaking stop talking to me about, so if I give a crap, then I'll be able to play that too. Because I so care about that caves update. It's funny because so many people that I know were like really upset when it got pushed back because, as I'm sure you know, it got pushed back. Why? Because reasons. I don't know. I don't care. Uh, they had reasons, I am sure, and they used their reason to develop reasons that are reasonable. I'm just looking around a little bit before I decide where to settle. I think the spot where I was is like pretty glorious, honestly. Anyway, so we're gonna go back over that way. Um, yeah. So everybody's like pre-disappointed in Mojang for like, you're gonna split it up into two separate updates. You're gonna give one to us this summer. You're gonna give another one to us later in 2021. This is the worst year ever. Oh, you silly short-sighted Minecraftians. Uh, I think I'm gonna go. Like, typically, I do like to go up someplace high and at least get a decent lay of the land if I can. I'm a man of the land. I'm into discipline. Got a Bible in my hand and a beard on my chin. So if I finish all of my chores and thou finish thine, then tonight we're gonna party like it's 1699. Yeah, if you don't appreciate the weirdity of Alfred, then I just don't know if we're gonna make it as friends. I say things like that fairly frequently, where it's just like, hey, person I don't know who's listening, whoever you are, we might not be friends because of choices you have made in life to not like everything that I like. It's okay. You don't have to like everything I like. You know, Weird Al brings nothing but beauty and wonderfulness and joy into the world. And if you're not into that, then okay, whatever. I mean, we all have our things that we're into, I guess. You don't have to be into Weird Al, although it would help. Oh, look, cows. Sweet. I'm not going to kill them yet because, you know, I might want to cage them and force them to have babies and steal their leathern bits. That's certainly much more humane than killing them right now, right? Certainly it is. You think more of me as a person now. You're like, my God, what is he, from PETA? He treats animals with ethical responsibility and responsible efficacy and ethical partmentity and transgressive poverty and illusory pulmonary discombobulation and stuff. I know all the words. I know the best words. I think I could run for president. I know the best words. And I also know guys. And the guys that I know are better than some of the guys that you know. And the guys that I know are unknown and yet better. But trust me, they're better because I'm trustworthy. How do you know that I'm trustworthy? Because I'm engaging in circular logic. Duh. I mean, if I weren't trustworthy, would I be engaging in circular logic? I mean, come on. Yeah. Here we go. Ooh, an undead wight somewhere. I hope that sound I keep hearing is not a computer. Ooh, there's horsies over there. Oh, it's definitely not a computer. Okay, I have identified the source of the sound. And apparently, get this, I am a silly goose. And I need to improve my hearing skills. Apparently, all these things are true. Anyway, we're just gonna float over here. Don't even worry about it, Broseph. Come on, Brosephine. Let's just go. Let's go. Hey, it's a bee. I still have never learned to do anything with honey in Minecraft. Is that not absurd? It's not that absurd. It's pretty normal, actually. Because anytime I ask anybody, like, hey, bees, Minecraft, okay? And they're like, no sé. And I'm like, why does your accent get so weird when you're speaking Spanish? And they're like, I don't know. It's like, whatever, Holmes. I'm like, what? That is absurd. You stop that right now. I feel like you're making fun at someone else's expense. And that is not something I condone. Not something that I condone. See, you have to control sheep populations, otherwise, how would you get mutton? That's why. It's very important. Oh no, that one has a baby. I'm not gonna kill the one with a baby. That would be truly obscene. Because I'm obscene. Truly, truly, truly obscene. That's the song from Gem and the Holograms, right? For sure. Gem is obscene. Truly, truly, truly obscene. All right. At what point did the beds become white? I don't remember, but obviously that's the way it is now. It's funny because some things are hard to remember in Minecraft. Like some of the changes come very gradually, and some of the changes come very quickly, and you just get used to them right away, and some of them not as much. I don't want to be close to that nonsense. I'm just going to tell you right now. Swampy McMarshy bits? No. No thank you. No Godonkin. Godonkin, no. So where was I before? Oh, I was coming around the mountain when I come. Because there were horsies. But you know what? I think, given the proximity to the nonsensicalness of the things and the such nots and the whateverses, that I'm not going to be engaging with that there, right there, over there, there. But what I will do, and what I promise you, my campaign will work very hard to put coal in the pockets of ordinary Americans like yourself. Now, I know what you're thinking. Coal is going to make your pockets all black, and the coal dust is a potential health hazard, and you don't even own a coal power plant. Well, I don't know what to do with you. You're so persnickety. It's like I'm trying to give you coal, and you're just resisting. You know, the police can get mad at you if you're resisting arrest. Well, can I get mad at you if you're resisting coal? Just trying to give it to you. Because I can tell you're an honest, hardworking American, and those are the only people I care about. The hardworking liars in America, I don't care about them. The dishonest, lazy people of America, nope. No, thank you. My campaign will not pander to them at any point. Goodness. Goodness gracias. Oh, yes. Se habla español. Muy bueno. Es maung prumbe. Prumbe ganla. Oh, them's them horsies. Am I going to just find my way over there regardless because I'm too dumb to realize where I was and to find my way back? Yeah, probably. Probably. Okay, let's just call it what it is. Call it what it is. It's very flowery over here. It's pretty. Flowery. There's water. There's timbers of various and sundry kinds. There are horsies. The horsies are cute. I'm a bit close to the stupid swamp. Urgh. Like swamp, it's all gross looking and ugly. I don't want to live in the swamp. I just remember that the horsies are by the gross swamp. I just wander around until I find a better place. Because I don't need to walk around in circles. You know what? I want an orange bed. Let's make us an orange bed. Will do something so that this video is not the most boring thing you've ever seen. Ta-da! Did it. It's tawny. Ta-da. Tawny bed. I did it for you, for us, for our marriage. You and I are married. Don't tell my other marriage. Nothing. She almost heard. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You're the secret one. Anyway. I think, like, this tree, I keep coming back to this tree right over here. Is it the tree of awesomeness? The tree of foretelling? The tree of giving? The giving type tree? Am I going to steal its timbers until it's an old stump? No, actually, I'm going to kill it dead. Kill it dead. Kill it with fire. What did that tree ever do to me? I don't know. Looked at me wrong. You know when trees be like, hey, what are you doing? You have to be like, no, putting my foot down. It's nonsense. Look. I'm not the one who said make Minecraft videos with stream of consciousness banter with yourself. You're the one who was like, you really need to do this. I think that it would be good. I think that the content would be excellent. I think that the internet has been waiting for this very thing. You're the one who said all of those things. And look, I'm right back to where I started. Thank you very much. No thanks to you. No help from you. No need to thank you at all. You are the very worst. And I wish that we had not gone into a business partnership. Nope, it was never a marriage. Business partnership. That's right. You need to read the papers more carefully when you sign things. Also, you didn't sign them. I forged your name. Also, you don't exist, and you're learning this for the first time right now. You're a figment of my imagination, but my imagination is so good that for a minute it felt like you did exist. What? Enderman this early? I'm not prepared for your stupidity, Enderman. Don't come up in here ruining my hopes and dreams. Not my precious hopes and dreams. Enderman, you don't. You stop it. You stop it, you stink pot. He's a real stink pot. Freaking Enderman. Tell you what. I wish this were flatter, but I feel like I can shovel it. I feel like I can shovel this area. Let's just go ahead and do what we do. We got to start a mine because there's no sense in settling down anywhere unless you know that you can have a long-term mine there. And then if we don't run into trouble, then I'm gonna pause it, make myself some dinner, and then come back and maybe Minecraft some more. I don't know, do it on a full tummy, see if it makes any sense. It probably won't. Have you seen this channel? It's a god awful mess. Ugh. God, who, as we know, is Emmylou Harris, said that this is a mess. Ugh. She is not happy. And we just want to keep her happy. She's a star. She's the star of the show. That's right. Emmylou Harris is going to come out. She's going to sing Boulder to Birmingham. I know it's like she has other songs. I get it. But that's my favorite one. Because it's about Graham Parsons. And she like made beautiful music with Graham Parsons that sang the best duets. And he like invented the genre, so why can't you just understand that I like it? Why you gotta be all like, ooh, you gotta go deep dive on some track that nobody's ever heard of? It's like, oh, this is a freaking deep cut from an album that most people overlook. No. It's okay when the hit is so good. You just go straight for it. Anyway. Okay, I think when this axe runs out, we're just gonna have to pause. Don't tell anybody, it's a secret. We're having a secret. We're having a whole bunch of secrets together. Don't tell anybody. Especially... nothing. She's catching wise. I told you it's a secret. I'm gonna leave him for a second. Okay, and we are back, people. Sort of, kind of, probably. We're back. It says we're recording, yes? Ah, I am but a lowly professional who definitely knows what he is doing all the time. Anyway, totally 100%, dude. I'm just going to chop some trees until the sun is about to go down, and then I will start preparing myself for the bedtimes. Wait, where's my mind? Okay, I need to identify it clearly by putting down this. Oh, jeez, that was closer than I intended. Doing this and going la la la. Wait, I do have some coal. Jeez, I don't need to spend energy with torches or with charcoal right now. That's good. Boom. Do be do 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 do. Okay, so we can go like this. We can go like this. We just go bop. There we go. That's good. That's good stuff. All right. Now we can go down into this mine. Such as 'tis. Oh, that's right. We broke our dingus, and that's why we paused it before. So, we're just going to go like that, and we're going to go ra, which I'm so happy to be able to do. My goodness. The time I've spent not being able to do that. Yes. These poor pickaxes can dig. Indeed they can. I wish I was smart enough to give you friggin' any time that it's an actual quotation from Shakespeare. If I could give you the play, that act and the scene, like, wouldn't that be magical? But I can't. Alas, I'm just a poor dingus with, fair to middling Shakespeare understanding skills. I mean, I get it. I've read all of Shakespeare and I generally understand it too. But that just makes me one of many people on earth who can say that. Mm. Although, when compared with the average person on the street, like, probably not. They probably can't say that. But, just knowing that universities are chock full of people who can say that, and, like janitors and whatnot who are like, yeah, duh, who can't? Stupid. Anyway. Uh, yeah. Oh, this just more and more, which is good because I hate early in the game not having enough coal to get by. And I just feel like this has been coal running into coal running into coal, which is totally fine by me. I hope I can find my way back. Um, but it is good. Like, what if it goes all the way back to the surface and I'm just like, oh, hey, I'm on my way all the way back? Because that's how I would talk if that were the case. Anyway. But regardless, while we're talking Shakespeare, and that's what you came here for, don't you think it's a little bit racist that A Winter's Tale and Othello are basically the same play, only the one with the black guy in it does not get a happy ending, and the one where it's a white guy, it's like a stupidly happy ending. Where, in A Winter's Tale, it's like, haha, thank you, you are a winner, because you openly questioned the loyalty of both your wife and your best friend, with zero evidence, by the way, and that has worked out for you, very well, as a matter of fact. Like, go ahead and feel free to do that again, because you just question, be like, are you loyal? Are you being loyal right now? Like, because as a white guy, it's going to work out fine for you. But if you're a black man, oh, it's going to be villainous revenge and, murderous nonsense. And you will be very sad by the end of the play. Let's do this since we know how to do it. But, this is. I'm just trotting ground that every Def Jam comedian has trod, It's like, you've seen this? This is some bull crap, Shakespeare. Why can't a black man get a ridiculous Hollywood happy ending? Because it is. Winter's Tale is like, you made all the wrong choices in life, and yet everything worked out fine, which, is how it works for a lot. That's white privilege. Maybe Shakespeare was trying to teach us about white privilege. Just kidding. He definitely wasn't. There's no precedent for that. There's no reason to suspect that that's the case. And while we're at it, the character of Shylock in A Merchant of Venice is like every bad Jewish stereotype come to life. It's like, oh boy, all they care about is money, and they just they're basically godless heathens. Like, every terrible thing that Christians have thought about Jews is evident in that play. And the line which the cut us and do we not bleed, I know that I'm misquoting it badly. But where Shylock is trying to make the argument that I'm a man just like you, and what is the response? No, not really. You're sort of not because you're Jewish. And so we can steal your daughter, and there's not much you can do about it because she became a Christian, and that's good. Uh, yeah, there's some things. In my master's program, I uh, because the one massive failing of reader response um, theory as a framework for understanding texts and for textual analyses. One of the major pitfalls is that you can read almost anything into anything provided that you try hard enough. Because the rule of thumb is like, well, you can never understand what the author knew or what the author intended, and therefore you may never make any positive statement about what it means, as if there was some grand overarching meaning to a text. And so you have to interpret it as a negotiation of meaning between you, the reader, and the text itself. So compounding it's a synthesis of your pre-existing knowledge and experiences blended with those of the text, and that is where the meaning is derived. And it's a great idea. I love it. I teach it. And honestly, if you teach it, then you put yourself in a real hole, because then how are you to say, like, that any answer on a test is wrong? It is the moral relativism of the textual criticism world, and it suffers from all the same problems. But unfortunately, it's so much more difficult when pointing to a text. I think it's more difficult to point to an absolute meaning of a text than it is to point to an absolute, morality. Because, if we take as an absolute morality that which maximizes benefit and minimizes harm to conscious creatures, then we can kind of figure that out over time and apply it. It's actionable. But to say open-endedly that meaning is a negotiation between text and reader, and that, given the vast array of potential experiences that a reader can bring to the table, it opens up an even vaster array of interpretations made available by the words in the text, and therefore meaning becomes very difficult to nail down. You know what? I don't know why, but the text seems much larger than it should for some reason, and I have just hit lava for the first time, so this is a problem, because I am a long way from where I want to be when I'm hitting lava. So we're gonna... Oh, dingus. Okay, I hope this is not like a... Oh, good, there are footfalls. That's exactly what I was hoping. Yeah, great, footfalls. Some of the bench. I'm not prepared for footfalls. I have a wooden sword. Oh, well, that doesn't go up very far. But that, on the other hand, mein God. Okay, let's not panic, don't panic. Panicking is for the weak. Weaknesses are for the weakest. Okay, hopefully that doesn't bother us. Hopefully he doesn't notice me. Do you think he noticed me? Do you think he noticed that there's a basically helpless dingus over here? Oh, some of the bench. I can't handle this fool right now. Okay. A lot of undead whites over there. Someone might say there are entirely too many undead whites over there. So many, in fact, that one wanted to, have a nice Minecraft world, one might even seal off the entrances to the mine from such undead whites. God. I'm concerned about my survival. Alright, let's just do what we do. It's gonna be fine. We're talking about reader response theory. Negotiations of meaning in text. For textual analyses. Very common, very normal, very average, ordinary, workaday stuff. Kind of stuff you talk about any old Tuesday of the month. Provided that you're a big old friggin' English nerd. Anyway. Ta-da, did it. Okay. Sort of, kind of, maybe, possibly. Did it. Come upon me, Broseph. Ooh, I got 42 coal. Shoot. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna pause the game. Darn. What I'm gonna do? So I just heard the sound of part of my dinner being ready. Hold up. Okay, and I'm back. Back at it. Conclude this intermission. Alright, I was going to cook some of my meats. Some of my sweet meats. Remember sweetmeats? Just kidding, I've never had them. That sounds terrible. I've had mincemeat, and that's disgusting. My father loves minced meat pies, which is insanity, because it's disgusting. It's a disgusting thing to do. I don't condone it in the slightest. There we go, that should be enough. And then if I just stay one step ahead of the bad man, one step ahead with the block, I think I'll take a stroll around the block. Wait, did I just rhyme block with block? Yep, sure did. Thanks for the hot tip, Disney. Doobie doobie doo, doo 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 doo, doobie doobie doo, doo 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 doo, doobie doobie doo, doobie 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 doobie. Haha. Yeah, one of my drama students sent me a meme today that was all about how, like, basically that drama class is just the starter that gets you hooked on the hard stuff, and the hard stuff being D&D, except for, like, you know, the actual words were like, oh, the kids first, they try the marijuana, and then they try the heroin. and I did not read the words in the TikTok. I was just listening to I was like, what? Are you trying to tell me that you're on heroin right now? This is all ready to, like, you know, because mandatory reporter, kid tells me they're on heroin. He's got to be like, all right, well, that's got to report it mandatorily. 28. We're getting down there. We'll get down there for sure. Okay. And hopefully when we do, there won't be any ravenous ravines with jobbies in them, because, like, I require time to build my strength. You know that. You know that. You know that. Knowing that is what you have done prior to now. Oh, for the love of sweet yeah. It's about frick time. I've been waiting on this business right here. Yep, the breaking of my axe. That's what I've been waiting for. No, dingus. The iron. Yes. Apparently, that's all we need in this world. It's just some sweet, sweet iron to help all your problems seem much, much less problematic. Just some iron. Like a lion in Zion. You know them Zionist lions? You know how iron they are? Well, I will be at least that iron, if not more. I always thought one coal cooked 8 meats. Maybe it's one coal cooks 8 irons. I don't know. But it cooked 16, clearly. Alright, alright. So, as I'm sure you are all aware, my hot hip-hop single dropped last night. It is terrible, as I planned. It's really, really not great. And, so there you go. Yeah, it's funny, like, I have an estudiante who is always like, hey, I heard you do the rap lyrics. I'm like, no, I don't know where you heard that. That's there's never been a thing that's true. Oh, you know what? You know where I think he heard it is because I do this assignment with connotative word meanings where, you know, showing that, like, just because a word means the same thing does not mean that it conveys the same meaning in the language, because, you know, our cultural understandings of words are vastly different. And so I rewrote the lyrics to Nothing But a G Thing. I rewrote them with, you know, words that have the same denotative definition, but vastly different connotative definitions. I need not bore you with the details of denotation and connotation. For surely you know. Surely you had an English teacher who taught you the difference, and surely you would not forget anything you learned in English class. You know, I'm an English teacher. We have ways. In English class, we have ways of finding out. It's true. Don't try to hide. We have our ways of finding you. It will be only more trouble if you resist the English teaching. Anyway. Why do I make it sound like English teachers are the secret Gestapo of the teaching community? Well, maybe it's because we are. Maybe it's because everything you heard is true. 16. I hate like random dirt deposits and like low level mining. There's no purpose for it. Like after like once you reach level 20 there should be zero dirt whatsoever. 15. I mean I can count backwards. It's just I keep forgetting what the last level was. I keep second guessing myself. The fact that I heard a bat is not encouraging. So this should be 13. Yeah, so that means I need to mine down one more. Okay. Okay, yes, we've reached the bottom. The Betermesexah. And now we are going to do what we do when we reach the bottom. We're going to mine. Oh, great. Broke it. Ugh, dingus. It's funny because that actually is pretty close to where I want to start branching outward, and yet, okay, first of all, let's put one more coal right there, and let's okay. Sorry, just had to touch my face, you know, COVID. Anyway, that's a joke for those of you who survived COVID. Remember, trying not to touch our faces? Were we ever so young? Anyway, regardless, we were so young, and we will have been so young. I can't wait to not have to worry about this anymore, like... This is a real bummer that it happened in my lifetime, you know? Should have happened in the lifetime of, I don't know, Trump? Oh, wait. Never mind. Just trying to pick someone stupid. He's, like, really stupid. Like, unbearably stupid. Like, think about how stupid the average person is. He's stupider than that. Okay, and I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's so stupid. How did he become president of the United States? Think about who elected him. Bunch of friggin' morons. So, yeah. It is the stupid leading the stupid. It's the plot of my, as yet to be filmed Dumb and Dumber sequel. Sequel. Because I saw the sequel and I was like, oh man, now I have to retool. Saw the prequel too and I was like, oh, this really doesn't have any bearing on what I'm doing. So, yep. Dumb and Dumber movies. The axiom is true. The more they make, the better they get. Anyway, regardless... It's over here doing some mining. Some Minecraftian mining. That's how we do. Finally establishing myself properly in the place where I should be. And it's good. The Lord saw it. He said it was good. And when I say the Lord, you know I mean teenage Satan. Just kidding. You know I mean Emmylou Harris. Emmylou Harris and teenage Satan are not the same person. Though they are 3 in 1 and 1 in 3, even though there's just 2 of them. It makes sense. Oh my God. Quit acting like Trinitarianism does not make sense. You're the one. I will Nicene Creed you upside the head. You acting like it doesn't make perfect sense. Look, if I have a hand and a glove, is the glove the hand? Is the hand not also the glove? Like, what? Why don't you get it? Oh my God, it's like talking to an idiot over here. It's very, very similar to what it's like. It's almost like I'm talking to an idiot. Although, don't be offended as if I were talking to an idiot, because clearly I'm talking to you. Anyway. Let's take this part way around and then take this the rest of the way around and then just make 2 of them. See, they figured out how to space that out. My God, how long did we wander in the wilderness, oh Lord? When I say Lord, you know I mean Emmylou Harris. It's not that complicated. Look. You got Emmylou Harris. She's the father. You have teenage Satan. He's the son. And you have the ghost of Christmas yet to come. He's the Holy Ghost. And betwixt the trio of them, they are very holy indeed. And how dare you not be the same religion as me? Only people with holiness in their brains can be my religion. It's the best one. You've never heard of it, but it's like super good. I was into it before you, so it's like, what religion are you? Some like old one, like out of date and whatnot. Like, oh my God. Look at you. It's like last year's religion. What do you wear? Crocs to church? Like, my God. Yeah, no. People in my congregation wear Crocs to church, but because we know that we're doing it ironically, it's actually cool. If anyone were wearing Crocs to church on purpose, it would be just sad and lame. That's how you know. Anyway, Church of Teenage Satan, we meet like whenever. You're not invited, so like... You're not on the guest list? Yeah. What, does your church not have a guest list? That's so lame. I can't believe you. Like, your church sounds like the worst. What do you do? Like, talk about how great God is and stuff? Like, ugh, God. That's terrible. Our church has, like, every time we have, like, 3 sweet indie bands who, like, all of them will have their debut 7-inch single for sale in the lobby, and then they immediately, all of them break up immediately, so that, like, no posers like you can ever get into them and be like, oh, I like them. Nope, you don't. You can't. They only played 1 show. It was at my church. Then they broke up. I have the single, limited edition, hand numbered. Thank you. Like, do you even religion? Like, 'cause sometimes I look at what you do and it's like, maybe you don't. Anyway, like, if you need tips on maybe how to religion and stuff, maybe, I don't know, like, I can give you some of, like, last year's holy books and stuff. Like, it won't, like, really help. Like, you're not gonna get into heaven with it, but, like, at least maybe you won't spend as much time burning in hell forever. Like you can go to limbo with like babies and stuff, babies who weren't baptized or who like had parents who don't buy them the like sweet Dolce Gabbana diapers. Yeah, because those are it. I'm wearing Dolce Gabbana diapers right now. Anyway. So yeah, it's like the trendy church. But if it gets too trendy, you know what? Like I'm gonna look for like a real dive church. I'm gonna look for a church with like some fat old bald guy who like actually like talks about like I don't know, some like first century Jewish apocalypticist or something, like something lame like that. Yeah. Anyway, we'll read out of some like old, like we'll find like some like holy book that's like 2,000 years old or some stupid amount of years old. And we'll just be like, yeah, this is what we're doing as church. Don't you get it? And then people will be like, yeah, I do. And they'll be like, I don't think so. Like, you're doing it for real. And that's sad. And I'm doing it because it's ironic. Like, oh my God, don't you see my like weird upside down cross tattoo that I did by myself with like a Bic pen and a guitar string? Like, for real. Like, you have to get serious about religion or you're never going to make it to heaven, is what I'm saying. Anyway, do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior? Okay, whatever. He's told me he doesn't like you, so it's fine. No, he's not going to let you in his church. He said he only makes covenants with people who are cool. Like his chosen people, like the ones that he chose, like the ones that he like wants to hang out with. Yeah, they're like cool people. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know, but like I'm asking if you know so that maybe you can like nod and I'll be like, she doesn't get it, but like whatever, she's never gonna get it, but like socially, like I'm supposed to be like nicer or something because of all the church I've been going to. So yeah, like just nod your big stupid head in your fakety fake fashions that you bought at like Target or some nonsense, and then just get the frick out of my sight because Jesus does not love you, and neither does teenage Satan, who, by the way, is the real Jesus. Yeah, Bart Ehrman told me in a book that he only published for like people who get it. Oh, you read like misquoting Jesus and you're like, you think you understand the ways of Bart Ehrman? Like, ugh. Unless you have partied with him, have you partied with him? Okay, like I have partied with him and you don't know anyone. Look, it's like the Dalai Lama told me. You don't know anyone unless you've partied with them. And I have partied with him. And you're not the kind of girl that he would sneak off to the bathroom with at 2 a.m. to, share all the secrets and mysteries of the universe for like, just a little bump, just a little bump, just a little something, get him through, get him level, Anyway, and that was brought to you by things I know nothing about. This segment is brought to you by me talking out of my butt. For like however long that was that I was talking out of my butt. I don't know anything about being trendy. I don't. But if I was accidentally trendy, I repent of it from my very soul. Like, if I've ever been trendy, like, please wash that sin from my soul. Sweet, merciful teenage Satan. Like, you know my heart. You know that I'd never meant to be trendy. Like, you looked inside my very soul and you're like, oh my God, this is the lamest white boy I've ever met in my life. And you were not wrong in that estimation. I am lame like a friggin', yeah, president in his last friggin' month of office after losing an election that he clearly lost and was not some friggin' deep state nonsense. Get your head in the game, idiot. Anyway, I felt like a butt ton of iron lately. Is this a new, like, oh my god, it is! So much iron! The most iron-rich area I've ever found in Minecraft in my entire life. Watch me go, like, forever in iron for the rest of the game. Like, just no more iron. Just complete lack. But right off the bat, I'm like, enough to build armor out of. Boom. Like, clearly. It's stupid. It's stupid, and Teenage Satan does not love it. Because Teenage Satan only loves cool things, but, like, things that are only cool because, like, cool people understand how lame they are. And things that cool people understand to be lame are the true cool things. That's like the first chapter of the super secret book of Teenage Satan. Like, oh my god, you still don't get it, do you? Like, Teenage Satan. Oh my god, it's just so embarrassing to, like, be seen with someone who, like, so doesn't get it. I don't know if I could keep this up. I hate this character. Like, I hate everything about them. They're so awful. Like, the worst person I've ever made up. Oh, that tells me it's time to get ready to go to bed. Except for it's a weekend, and it's a 3-day weekend. So, like, what is the likelihood that that will happen? Anyway, regardless, let's just talk. Let's not make stupid chit chat about random nonsense. Like, let's actually talk about stuff. Anyway, so it's funny. My students have been on me. They've been like, "Oh, you need to, like, drop your single on SoundCloud," and because I made this song for last year's play. It was a song about making fun about the play that, or a song about making fun of the songs that my students. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because there's, like, entirely too much music where, like, it's just some guy with a robot voice who just ends every line in a, you know. And so, like, I made a song about I am the robot and I say a, and, like, that I just rhymed everything with a at the end of the phrase, and it was stupid. It was a stupid song. And then when I showed it to my students, like, I auto-tuned my voice and I just dropped a beat that had, like, it only had 2 pieces to it. It had an 808 bass drop and it had a click, and that's it. 2-piece rhythm line, and there's the entire backing track, and then auto-tuned voice singing about, like, I am the robot and I say a, and, like, students were like, oh my god, why is this the best song I've ever heard? And I'm like, oh my god, please tell me you're not this stupid. Like, it's a song that I made to make fun of how stupid your songs are, and it's a song that, by the way, took me 10 minutes to make. I did the vocals in one take. I did the, you know, like, it took me longer to do the actual, you know, I just went on the sampulator, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and made the bass line and whatnot, and the beat, and that's it. Like, and just recorded the beat into Audacity, and then just did one take on the vocals over it, and then auto-tuned it, and that's it. And that's all it was. And people were like, oh my god, this is actually great. And I'm like, please don't. Please Please develop taste. Like, why is this a thing? Anyway, but they've been on me. They're like, you should put it on SoundCloud. Like, I would totally listen to it. One of my students has been saying that she's going to write me a verse for the middle of that song. And she has never done it because she is a liar and full of lies. That's why you never trust the trans women in your life, because they lie constantly. Just kidding. I don't know if that's true of trans women in general, or just this one who's a liar. Like, oh, you can trust me. I'm not dating my best friend. Oh, you can trust me. I'm definitely telling the truth about everything. Wait. Oh, shovel. That's what I needed. It's like, don't I have all my implements? Anyway. Telling you, you gotta be careful around them trans girls. They are lying liars. Just the one I know. I mean, the one I know, such a liar. Yeah, you know I'm talking about you if you hear this later. Lying liar. You said you would write a verse. What verse do I have? None. Zip. Meanwhile, I'm not at the top of the charts stacking that fat mill like you know that I could if I had a fat verse to drop in the middle of my sweet, sweet song. Anyway, so every weekend, one of the things I do when I'm enjoying my weekend as an adult might, an adult who is an adult and can do things that adults can do that are legal for adults, but not for children. Anyway, so I will do those things, and then I will like do things that make me laugh, but not necessarily anybody else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I started recording it on video because like I wanted to see whether or not it was funny the day after. Because like one night I invented the concept of Thick Boy Gandhi. I was like, this is Thick Boy Gandhi. He's fired. And it's funny because so many people were like, why is Thick Boy Gandhi fired? And I'm like, how are you going to have a hunger strike, a successful hunger strike campaign, if you're a thick boy? Like, it's not going to work. People are going to look at you and be like, he's super thick. Like, is he on a hunger strike? How do you stay that thick when you're on a hunger strike? Anyway, so Thick Boy Gandhi is fired, which coincidentally is TGIF. Like I made an Instagram post where that comes from. My Instagram, I do like non sequitur posts, and I take out of focus pictures and give them non sequitur taglines. Okay, so that's good. I've got a ravine on this end, so that's fun. Let's see what's on this end. Anyway, yeah, out of focus pictures, non sequitur, like what you call them, tags, logs, entries, whatever the words you put under the picture. I don't know what they're called in Instagram, and have not bothered to give a crap. Because also, fun fact, on Instagram, like, while it is 100% students who follow me, I do not follow anyone back, and I don't comment on anyone. I don't say anything. I don't post anything on anybody else's. Like, I only post my own nonsense. I only care about my own nonsense. It's only for me. What? You can dye gravel? This is novel information. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. La di da di da di da di da. La di da di da. It's the D-O double G. by the way, it is kind of funny. I remember one of my sisters, because, like, here's the funny thing about me. When I was in the dating pool, when I was a person who was dateable, which, like, wait, that's not how we do that. Stupid. Put it right there. Anyway, so, yeah, back when I was single, is another way of saying that. Um, I was the most clueless person on the face of the earth. Like, a girl could be doing the dance of the seven veils for me, and she would be like adding extra veils on at the end because I'm still not getting it. Like, I don't know if she likes me. You think she's trying to put out a vibe? And it's like, hey, stupid, shoot your shot. I couldn't make it more obvious. And yeah, I was just very bad at reading those kinds of signs. But my sister told me that when you, like, as soon as you're married and it no longer matters to you, that you'll be able to see it with other people with, like, astonishing clarity. Let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, and the fun thing is that is actually true. And so, like, I was telling this girl in my drama class who was a senior this year, I was like, oh my god, when you were a freshman, it was so funny because, like, I noticed that all of the nerdy boys were like, hey, like, all of the nerdy boys, their little hearts were aflutter over this girl who showed up in my drama class. And there were so many awkward passes made, and she was like so freaking just oblivious to everything that was going on. She had no idea that, like, every boy was like, I would like to cut me off a slice of your pie. I would like to pick up what you're putting down. I believe I smell what the rock is cooking. And she'd be like, what? Rocks and pies? I don't know what the crap you're talking about. That's weird. You're being weird. Ha ha ha. Slug you in the arm. Trot away. La-di-da-di-da. Who knows? Who cares? Like, and I just realized, watching all this, I was like, oh, I wonder if that's what it was like for anybody who ever had feelings for me and was like, hey, how you doing? And I'd be like, I'm doing fine. Slug on the arm. Waltz away. La-di-da-di-da. Like, oh, my God. Like, it's ridiculous when you are the person who just does not get it. Like, okay, I'm going to give you an example. Okay. So there was this girl, it was in college. There's this girl that everybody's like, oh my God, you need to date this girl. Like, you should just date her. Like, she is, like, for you. Like, I've never met anyone who's more for you than this girl. And, like, anyway, we were at some boring function that we had to go to together. And, like, we weren't together. We just happened to both be there. Right. Anyway, so she's like, hey, this is mad boring. You want to get out of here? And I'm like, yes. Which, funny, like, the you want to get out of here. It did not, like, this is a classic line. Do you want to get out of here? Like, pick it up, dingus. She wants to get out of here with you. Like, hey, earth to this guy. And I was like, yes, getting out of here sounds fine. This is rather boring. A big stupid head. Anyway, and so, like, she took me to the movies. Like, she took me out to a picture show. And while we were out at said picture show, I brought up the fact that it was like, hey, I don't want to be weird or anything, but, like, everybody that we both know has been telling me that I need to date you, and, like, I don't know how you feel about it. Funny thing was, I didn't get the sense that she was that interested even though looking back, I'm like, oh, everything about her should have told me that she was interested. Like, I have mix CDs that she made me where she like dotted her eyes with hearts and stuff. One of them, one of the mixes, which by the way, you're definitely gonna know. Like if I'm talking about you, you're gonna be like, he's talking about me, isn't he? Yep, I definitely am. If you're the person who made me a mix CD with the title, this is named after the great Morrissey song. Well, it's a lyric in a Morrissey song. The song is "Let Me Kiss You," and the lyric is "Close your eyes and think of someone you physically admire and let me kiss you." Um, and so it's this like super shot shooty lyric from a super shot shooty song from an artist that we both loved, and like she totally named a mix CD that she gave to me, and I still did not get the hint. I'm not even joking either. There was a heart. There was a heart on the one of the eyes, and I still didn't get it. Like, didn't understand. Like, I don't know if she likes me or something. That seems weird. Like, was the densest person in the world. Anyway, it's true. It must have been very super frustrating to be a person to have a crush on because I was like the dumbest. Oh, that's caps lock. That's not. There we go. Anyway. So yeah, like it's quite funny because yeah, that particular girl who was almost equally oblivious because like the boys who were very interested in her, she was a freshman and they were upperclassmen, and so like she did not get it. She did not see, she was not picking up what they were putting down, and then she ended up dating the lumpiest lump. I'm sorry if you know who you are and I'm calling you the lumpiest lump. You are a delightful person. I really like you. Obviously, give you like a sweet part in the play and whatnot, but like in that relationship, everybody was like, "Oh my god, what does she see in him? He's basically a lump." And you were like, be honest with yourself. You like lumped it up hard in that relationship. Anyway, it's true. Lumpy McLumperson. Anyway, but it's funny to have that perspective now where like because it doesn't matter to me is like it's funny cuz we almost had the world's two smallest lesbians be in a relationship with each other, which I was very excited about because when's the last time you had lesbians that you could fit in your pocket? Pocket lesbians and cute ones too. Like so cute because like one of them is junior and the other one is a freshman, and the freshman one on the junior's birthday like showed up with like a big old teddy bear and like big old gift bag and everything. And it's funny because like I was talking about it pretty openly with other people who are in the drama class. I was like, hey, what about this situation? And one of the students was like, shh, don't talk about it because the freshman one, like really has feelings and doesn't want people to know. And it's like, well, if she didn't want people to know, then maybe she shouldn't have showed up with like balloons and teddy bears, the only one showing up with balloons and teddy bears on to other one's birthday. Anyway, but there are complications, I am sad to say. Complications of a ridiculous nature that I, number one, shouldn't talk about because it's other people's private business. And number two, like, just trust that some people's lives are very complicated. And in comparison, mine is very straightforward and simple. It's true. Anyway, my lovely wife has just sat down at the computer door next to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, and I am mining out this craft. Ah. I see you. I see you playing a mine type craft.
Shit.
Hey, no swearing on my Minecraft server.
I don't show up on your microphone when I'm talking.
She does show up on my microphone when she's saying swear words. She's trying to act like you can't hear her cursing like a sailor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one will be the last one. Oh, yay, coal. I was just thinking about coal. Anyway. Good times, good times. So, yeah. It's funny because with my sweet new SoundCloud single that I totally have on SoundCloud, which is like is stupid and terrible, but I've listened to it a bunch because the beat I actually like, because I put that beat together and was like, oh, this is not half bad. And anyway, but yeah, the random rap song generator did a terrible job with the lyrics, and I tried to fix them up, but like there was no salvaging large portions of the song. But yeah, it's out there, which is funny because like, you know, I don't really have much in the way of a threshold for embarrassment, you know. Don't really get embarrassed that much. Not a thing I do. Why are these veins so big? Like, what? Anyway. This feels unnatural. Yeah, and this is all on the wrong side of the tracks. Anyway. But yeah, like, as it is with everything, I did tell one of my students, I was like, hey, haha, I have a SoundCloud single out. It was actually the student. I was like, when are you going to write me that verse? And she was like, oh, I always keep forgetting. Like, I totally need to do that. And I was like, well, sooner rather than later, because I had to put out a single without you, and it's not good. Anyway. And I was like, I bet you can't find it. And she's like, yeah, I bet I can't. Like, SoundCloud, it's vast and ridiculous. Like, there are multiple people on there with my same first and last name. And many of them don't have profile pictures. So, like, best of luck, even if you're searching by my actual name, which is not the name that I used. So, fun. Anyway, that's a mine. I did it. I started it. And now it's time to quit Minecraft. Alright. Hold up. Let me just pause here. Well, I'll just leave the play. Okay. No duty in that booty. That may or may not be a sweet rhymelicious rhyme from my sweet rhymelicious rhyme book. Okay. Put some of these in there. Put some of these in there. Come over here. Get out some of this. and be like boop boop ba doop ba doop. Boop 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 boop. And then maybe like a boop 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 boop. And then maybe like a boop 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 boop. Oh man. So it's funny. I caught one of my homeroom kids vaping this week. Not in class or anything. I just saw him doing it off campus. It was in school, so I don't have to report it or anything. Well, I don't know if I have to report it. That's like, I don't know. That's one of those things where it's like, I'm a mandatory reporter. I have to report crimes. But if I'm like, come quick, underclassman boy he vapes on campus? No, off campus. They'd be like, tell us something we don't know. Like you're describing all of them. Oh, freaking boys. Oh my God, c'est village. My lovely wife is also playing Minecraft, but she not in my world. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna go exploring. Wait, I need to make some torches. Some torche. Viola es torche. Okay, because this nonsense has had esqueletos in it and whatnot. Because I've heard them a rattling. See, that's what I'm talking about. Rattly rattles. Trying to tell me I don't hear a rattle. You crazy. You're the crazy one. In this scenario. Usually I'm the crazy one. In this scenario, you. Wait, am I not going to run into any hostile mobs this whole time, really? Is that... Okay. Well, I don't have a problem with that necessarily. It's early in the game, and I don't necessarily care to meet any hostile mobs. I'm just saying it's weird. Normally you find like cavernous caverns, which like, oh my God, have you heard about the caves update? Yes, we have. Ugh, God, please stop talking about it. Anyway, I'm gonna need to finish this video soon because this video is long. I won't necessarily stop playing Minecraft, but like this video's freaking interminable. Do you remember I taught you that word? Interminable. Do you remember what it means? Good. It means seemingly without end. See, I can pretend you remember it because if I were teaching an actual class full of actual students, there might be one kid who pays attention who remembers things that I tell them. But the rest of them be like, well, you didn't say it was on the test. And I was like, just to remember it because it's knowledge and you want to get knowledge in your brain. And they're like, we don't operate like that. That's you, nerd. I'm like, yeah, I'm a nerd. I get paid. That's what nerds do. They get paid. Meanwhile, like, what are you going to do? Go just keep working that sweet fast food gig, huh? You're going to be a nerd and learn something and get paid. Nerds get paid all day. It's true. Well, as long as they're on the clock. If they're lawyers, they can get paid all day. Lawyers secretly lawyers are like really nerdy. They learn a few Latin phrases and a few legal terms that the rest of us are like, I don't know what that means. And they're like, I have all the power in this situation, and you must bend to my will. And we're like, yeah, I guess I do. Yes, I do. And they're like, sweet, I have the ring of power. Anyway, it's lawyers for you. They think they have the ring of power. They're all secretly big Lord of the Rings fans. Some cases, not that secretly. Wait, wasn't there more iron over here? Really? That's how you're gonna play it, huh? Okay. That was really stupid of me to mine the block I was standing on when there was lava like right over me. But I never said the things that I do make sense. Nope. There is only one who can make that claim, and that, you guessed it, my Lord and Savior, Teenage Satan. It's true. I dedicated my sweet hip-hop track to him, and I'm going to go ahead and guess that because he is a being of infinite knowledge and power, that he will accept my pitiful sacrifice and understand that I meant it in like the best way possible. So, yep, sweet. Anyway, well, I need to put a pin in this video, but we'll see what becomes of the rest of Minecrafting. Infinite regression. Okay, bye.